Signs of awakening. The signs of awakening begin when we've recognized that life isn't moving the way we just deep down inside know that it ought to be moving. It's when we start to see through the lies, the smoke and mirrors. It's when we listen to our heart. It's when we've made our heart our master. Once we reach that point, we're coming from a frequency of kindness, unity, compassion, and that will automatically draw you into the awakening experience. How do we know that we want to awaken? How do we know it's time? We start to feel restless, discontent. We start to feel separate from our reality. We no longer feel a part of the group, or perhaps you've never felt a part of the group your entire life. That's not uncommon at all. It's often the black sheep. In fact, it's always the black sheep that awaken first. You'll start to feel discontent with your current circumstances. You'll want change. You'll feel a gnawing, aching feeling inside, a yearning, a desire for more. It expresses itself in many different ways. The main point is, you're no longer content or happy with where you're at right now. You feel and need and want more. The call to awakening happens for all of us. It just doesn't happen at the same time and in the same way. How and when it happens is up to the divine. Our job is to recognize that it's happening and to embrace the process, remembering that the human experience is what we call the hero's call. We fell behind enemy lines with amnesia, forgetting who and what we really are under incredibly challenging circumstances, unable to navigate our reality because we don't know the terrain, and unable to be sure of who we can and cannot trust. The awakening process connects us to the innate intuitive abilities within us all that enables us to come to know intuitively, with divine insight, how to navigate this reality, where to go, what to do next, who to trust and who not to trust. These become simple and easy once we've gone through the awakening process. Before we can do that, however, we must awaken to the truth of who and what we are. We have to come to recognize that we all have innate abilities that we're ready to embrace the moment we decide to. These abilities become stronger and stronger with practice, and these innate intuitive abilities enable us to navigate this reality safely, productively, growing forward through challenges instead of being stuck on the spin cycle. If you feel like you're on the spin cycle, you're ready. If you feel like the people that you've spent your life with now look like strangers, that you love them but you just can't relate to them anymore, these are very strong signs that it's time. It's time for you to go to the guide within. Each and every single one of us is born with that guide. The awakening process connects us to that guide, and when the connection is made, it's unmistakable. We begin to feel more connected to our bodies, to the natural environment around us. Our physical bodies are referred to as the elemental body. The elemental body is made of the same elements that exist in nature. When we come to understand that nature, mankind, everything in this experience comes from one singular source, we stop fighting, we stop resisting, and from that place, peace, your native birthright, can begin to rise up. The knowing will come from that state of peace, the guidance that you need to get through the challenges. You'll begin to receive confirmations, very intimate and subjective confirmations that you're on the correct path. And it is the correct path or the false path. It's not good and bad and right and wrong. It's correct, which will lead to solutions, truth, unity, expansion, growth, or it is incorrect, which will lead to pain, separation, suffering, stalling, and stagnation. When you're ready, take a deep breath. Go within. Ask for the guide inside to begin awakening and walking with you. Take the time each day to ask for that guidance. Great Divine, guide me now. Hold me. Be with me. Speak to me clearly in ways that I can understand. And your job at that point becomes listen, be aware, be open, and make sure that above all else, that you go to the guide inside. We are each born with that guidance within us. It's a part of who and what we are. And the only way we don't receive that guidance is when we're not listening. Divine is constantly transmitting messages of protection, insight, and guidance to us. Through the mainstream systems, we've been taught that these don't exist, or not to listen to them in various ways, or to not listen to anyone who does listen to them. The Matrix system wants you to favor listening to its rules and laws so that you never connect and set yourself free from its control. So it's imperative that you go to the guide inside. Learn to trust the one within above all else, above anyone else. Develop that intimate relationship, and your awakening is ensured.